When it comes to managing type 2 diabetes after 60, most people think they have to say goodbye to sweet snacks forever. Especially dried fruits, they're often blamed for high blood sugar and insulin spikes. But what if I told you that's not entirely true? Hi, I'm from Healthy Aging with Nutrition, and today I'm revealing the surprising truth about the top 5 diabetic-friendly dried fruits you can eat and are actually perfect for diabetics over 60. These low-glycemic, fiber-rich options are not only safe, but they also support blood sugar control, reduce insulin resistance, and improve overall senior health. We'll break some myths, and I'll also share a few real-life stories of people just like you who've improved their healthy aging journey by snacking smarter, not harder. So if you're ready to enjoy sweetness again without the guilt, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with me until the end. You'll never look at dry fruits the same way again. Let's dive into our first fruit, one that even doctors shocked for how well it now helps to lower blood sugar.
Dried fruit number 1, prunes. Believe it or not, prunes, those wrinkly dried plums, have become a surprising ally in the fight against high blood sugar. They're often seen as old-school snacks, but when it comes to helping older adults manage type 2 diabetes, prunes quietly do the heavy lifting. First, they're one of the few dried fruits for diabetics with a naturally low glycemic index, around 29 to 38 according to Harvard Health Publishing. That means they release sugar slowly into the bloodstream, avoiding those sharp spikes that worsen insulin resistance and energy crashes. But it's not just the GI score that makes prunes stand out. They're rich in soluble fiber, which slows digestion and sugar absorption, and contain sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that's digested more slowly than glucose. This unique combo helps improve blood sugar control while also supporting digestion and regularity, something many seniors struggle with. I'll never forget my neighbor Linda, 72. She always skipped dried fruit, thinking it was too sugary. But after adding just 2 prunes a day to her morning oatmeal, on her doctor's recommendation, her A1C dropped from 7.4 to 6.8 in just 10 weeks. Her energy? More stable than it's been in years, she told me. Just 2 to 3 prunes per day is enough. Choose unsweetened, preservative-free options and avoid prune snacks that add syrups or coatings. Now that we've covered this fiber-rich powerhouse, let's move to another dried fruit, one that's soft, naturally sweet, and quietly supports both blood sugar and blood pressure in seniors.
Dried fruit number 2, dried apricots. Did you know there's a dried fruit that looks like candy but can actually support both blood sugar and blood pressure? We're talking about dried apricots, a snack that's not just delicious but surprisingly safe for people managing type 2 diabetes. According to the Mayo Clinic, dried apricots have a low to moderate glycemic index, averaging around 30 to 32. That means they don't cause dangerous blood sugar spikes like many processed snacks or sugar-laden dried fruits. But their real power lies in their potassium and antioxidant content. Potassium is essential for healthy blood pressure, and antioxidants like beta-carotene may help reduce inflammation linked to insulin resistance. For seniors managing diabetes and heart health together, this makes apricots a smart, multi-benefit choice. What's more, they're rich in soluble fiber, the kind that slows down sugar absorption and supports more stable glucose levels throughout the day. Just be mindful of a few key tips when enjoying dried apricots. Stick to a small portion.
The ideal serving is about 3 to 4 dried apricot halves. That's roughly a small handful. Eating more can add up in natural sugars, even if there's no added sweetener. Watch out for misleading packaging. Some brands labeled natural still include sweeteners. Always choose 100% fruit, no added ingredients. Following these simple steps helps ensure you get all the benefits without the blood sugar risks. What's your go-to way to eat dried apricots? Do you enjoy them plain, with nuts, or chopped into oatmeal? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to get some snack inspiration from you. Next up is a tiny fruit with a bold reputation, bursting with antioxidants and known for supporting glycemic balance in more ways than one. Dried fruit number 3, dried berries. Could one of the sweetest-looking fruits actually help lower your blood sugar instead of spiking it? That's exactly what makes dried berries so fascinating. When chosen carefully, they do much more than just add flavor. Dried berries, especially unsweetened blueberries and cranberries, are among the most antioxidant-rich dried fruits for diabetics. When selected without added sugars, they can support both blood sugar control and healthy aging in seniors. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging, dried blueberries, when consumed plain, reduced post-meal glucose spikes by up to 26% in older adults with type 2 diabetes. That's thanks to their high levels of anthocyanins, the natural pigments shown to lower insulin resistance and fight inflammation. And here's the surprising part. The tartness in dried cranberries can actually help slow down digestion, giving your body more time to process glucose gently. For diabetic seniors, that means a steadier curve instead of a blood sugar roller coaster. I remember meeting Martha, a 70-year-old retired florist, at a senior nutrition workshop. She avoided dried fruits for years, until her dietitian suggested adding just 1 tablespoon of unsweetened dried blueberries to her plain yogurt each morning. Not only did it bring back a sense of sweetness, but her glucose readings became far more predictable. To stay in the safe zone, keep your serving to about 1 tablespoon per day. That's plenty to get the benefits without overloading on natural sugars. Mix them into yogurt, oatmeal, or a homemade trail mix using unsalted nuts. And always monitor how your body responds, especially if you're adjusting other carbs in your diet. Another fruit on our list brings real balance. It soothes the gut, satisfies a sweet craving, and keeps things steady from the inside out. Dried fruit number 4 is dried apples. Most people don't realize this, but dried apples actually have nearly 4 times the fiber of fresh ones. And that makes a big difference when it comes to managing type 2 diabetes. More fiber, especially pectin, the type found in apples, slows down how fast carbs break down and helps smooth out glucose levels after meals. But what makes them even more helpful is something most people don't think about. The National Institute on Aging highlights that fiber-rich foods like apples also help keep your gut bacteria healthy. And better gut health means better insulin sensitivity, less inflammation, and more stable energy. There's something else apples offer that many snacks don't: chew time. They take longer to eat, which naturally encourages slower snacking. For seniors trying to avoid overeating or those sudden glucose drops, this simple habit can make a big difference. Your best bet: keep it simple and clean. 1 to 2 unsweetened dried apple rings per serving is just right. Slice them into oatmeal, pair with some protein like a handful of walnuts, or enjoy on their own as a mid-morning break.
Have you ever made your own dried apple snacks at home or found a store brand without added sugar or oils? Drop your recommendations in the comments. I'd love to see what's out there. The last food on our list isn't technically a fruit, but it's often grouped with dried fruits, and its effect on glucose balance might just surprise you. Dried fruit number 5. Pistachios. Janice, a close friend of mine and a retired nurse in her late 70s, used to reach for a granola bar every afternoon. But after her endocrinologist recommended something simpler, just a handful of pistachios, she decided to give it a shot. Within a few weeks, her post-lunch readings were more stable, and she told me she even had fewer cravings at night. While technically a nut, pistachios are often grouped with dried fruits due to their dry texture, snackability, and natural sweetness. But beyond taste, they offer powerful benefits for seniors managing type 2 diabetes. According to the American Diabetes Association, regular consumption of pistachios has been shown to lower post-meal glucose and improve insulin response. That's thanks to their unique combination of fiber, plant protein, and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which help slow down digestion and reduce glucose absorption. They're also high in L-arginine, an amino acid that supports blood vessel function, especially important for older adults trying to protect their heart and circulation. And here's something most people don't know. Pistachios naturally contain melatonin, which supports healthier sleep cycles, and sleep is crucial for maintaining metabolic balance. For Janice, switching to about 30 unsalted, dry-roasted pistachios a day made her afternoon snack both satisfying and strategic. No extra prep, no added sugar, just a simple swap with powerful ripple effects. So if you're looking for a low-effort snack that supports senior health and keeps things steady, pistachios might be your quiet hero. There you have it. 5 dried fruits that not only avoid sugar spikes, but also support your journey with type 2 diabetes after 60. Prunes, a fiber-rich classic that supports digestion and glucose stability. Dried apricots, naturally sweet and rich in potassium for heart and glucose health. Dried berries, antioxidant powerhouses that calm inflammation and support insulin sensitivity. Dried apples, packed with pectin fiber for gut health and slower carb absorption. Pistachios, the nutrient-dense fruit-like snack that balances blood sugar and sleep. These are all low-glycemic, senior-friendly options that prove one important point. You don't have to give up every sweet bite to stay healthy. It's about choosing the right foods, in the right amounts, with the right purpose. And if you take anything from today's video, let it be this. A better diabetic diet isn't about restriction, it's about strategy. Each snack, each meal, is a small choice that adds up to long-term protection. As always, talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian before making changes to your diet, especially if you're taking insulin or blood sugar-lowering medications. If you found this video helpful, please like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Healthy Aging with Nutrition for more tips that make living with diabetes a little sweeter and a lot smarter.